We have been talking about independence of the judiciary. How do you guarantee the independence of the judiciary? Part of what he did, one, he came on board. Look, there should be this. In terms of uniformity of retirement of age, before it used to be Supreme Court and Court of Appeal 70 years. Now he has made it to be that every judge from the State High Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court retired at the age of 70. You move further, it's okay. Salaries, emoluments of judges and justices. No president had had that boosted. For how many years in this country, judges and justices' salaries and emoluments have not been increased? What do they earn? At the end of the day, you go home and say, look, if you really want to talk about independence of judiciary.
Hello viewers, welcome back to another live section. Welcome to BCM Breaking News. So guys, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. So let's talk about what we have for today. So Wike has revealed why he built house for judges and why he also gifted them cars. Wike is a very funny. In fact, things happening in this country is like a drama. I feel these people are just acting drama every time they bring, funny things. Imagine what Yuson Wike said. Imagine the reasons he gave. So guys, I'll continue with that video, but for now, let us look at what Wike said. So Wike said in that video that he actually built house for judges so that they can have a home after retirement. Wow. This is the same person that challenged beggars on the streets. He came to beggars that are beggars that are on the streets. He came and challenged them that they should move out from that place and chase them out. I mean, people that don't have a house, beggars, all these less privileges that don't have a house. Wike challenged them, you know, wanted to like cause war between them. Imagine these people don't have a house, they don't have a place to stay. You went and challenged them, try chase them out, but you are the one now saying that you're building house for judges so that they can have a home. That they don't, you don't know where they rented. Imagine, what is your business? Like, Wike is just the way he acts in this country as if he has more powers more than the president. Do you know the truth? The president is working hand in hand with him because he said in this video that the president approves it, approved that houses should be built for judges and then also give them cars. He said the president approved it and then it was brought to the National Assembly and they approved it. You see? So he said he doesn't know why people are dragging him. That this is the policy of Tinubu that he's just implementing. He's just the implementer that is just implementing the policy of Tinubu. That it was Tinubu that made that policy and then he's implementing it, guys. This Yuson Wike went ahead, demolished people's houses just to build house for judges. He came and also talks about judges salary, that they don't increase judges salary. Wow. But look at what is happening. Just minimum wage that they say you guys should increase, just 70k. It was even okay. They were talking about minimum wage should be 200 and something thousand or 100 and something thousand. You guys did not agree. You did not agree. We don't mean well for the citizens, but just to just even you guys agreed before. You guys agreed that you're going to, before Tinubu's illegitimate government agreed to pay workers 70k as minimum wage. It took a lot of discussion. It took a lot of meeting with the president before even that 70k. Some states are even yet to pay their workers 70k. But see the way you watch that video where Wike was giving his reasons, saying that they need to have a home, that they need all these things he's just doing is just for him to pocket the judiciary. That is all. Somebody that has a case before these courts, before these judges, is the same person that went to build houses for them. And your theory of equality before the law, and the theory of um equality before the law, you're not supposed to go and build house for judges, which these judges will still look into your case. You're not supposed to go and give them cars. It is very wrong. For the fact that Wike is the FCT minister doesn't mean he will go and be giving them houses, because he acts as the state. Imagine money used in this. Is it that these judges don't have a house? Is it that they don't have a house? Is this the most important thing to do in this country, in this time? Is it the most important thing to give judge to build for judges houses and then to give them cars? Is that the most important thing now that we're supposed to look into? What is happening in this country? A lot of Nigerians has come out, to blast Wike, saying that he doesn't have the right to order for people demolition of houses. Wike has displaced so many people, and he's not even feeling remorseful for that action. He's not. Rather, he said nobody can stop him. Yeah, when everybody is at his back, the police, the judiciary, everybody is backing him up. Even the president is not saying anything. This is what we are seeing today in Nigeria, guys. I just wanted to take a look at this video where Wike was, saying a lot of things, saying why he built houses for judges and gifted them a car. Guys, take a look at this video.
We have been talking about independence of the judiciary. How do you guarantee the independence of the judiciary? Part of what you did, one, you came on board. Look, there should be this. In terms of uniformity of retirement of age, before it used to be Supreme Court and Court of Appeal 70 years. Now he has made it without every judge from the State High Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, retired at the age of 70. You move further, it's okay. Salaries, emoluments of judges and justices. No president had had that boost step. For how many years in this country, judges and justices' salaries and emoluments have not been increased? What do they earn? At the end of the day, you go home and say, look, if you really want to talk about independence of judiciary, you must make it such a way that they cannot be influenced or politically manipulated. Their salaries should be increased. Even as they retire, they collect them as the same way. In that case, you are trying to remove them from political manipulation. He did that. The next is welfare. Where are the judges living? They have no home. Therefore, it's open for political manipulation. And for me, as a president who wants to guarantee the independence of the judiciary, judges must have their homes. I'm not Mr. President. I'm only lucky to be appointed as a minister under his administration, and who is in a position to implement his policies. And Mr. President said, look, this is what he wants. Come up and see what we can do. It was approved by Mr. President, sent to the National Assembly in 2024 budget that there should be construction of judges and justices' quarters. That they must remove judges from where they are renting houses. They don't even know where they are living. Where they are living among criminals. We're renting houses where? The landlord will say, look, you have not paid. Leave. It's embarrassing. A policy anybody should commend Mr. President. It is in the National Assembly budget of 2024, appropriated by the National Assembly, assented to by Mr. President, which is a law. What is the problem? I'm only the implementer. Go and implement this. Federal Executive Council of Nigeria approved it, the contract and everything. It is not my policy. How would you now want to kill me? That I'm implementing what the federal government approved. I mean, I've never seen a country like this. But let me also explain. Assuming do not concede, it was my policy. It was my idea. Assuming do not concede. What is wrong in that? I was a governor of Rivers State. For the first time, no governor in the state ever thought of that idea. To say, look, we must have what we call owner occupier. Let the judges have where they can say, today I'm retiring, I have a home. You cannot influence me. Home is very, very important. I did not only do that for judges, also for River State judges and justices who are not serving in River State, but also serving at the federal government level, be it in the Supreme Court, be it in the Court of Appeal, be it in the Industrial Court, and Federal High Court. Nobody said, I did that to buy judges. Just because I'm in Abuja. And you remember, it was President Tinubu when he was governor of Lagos State that introduced these owner-occupied houses in Lagos for judiciary. He was one. It was a policy. Before I copied from what he did in Lagos to establish in Port Harcourt. But again, all those houses I built for judges, how do I own them now? How do I own the judges now? Had there not been a series of orders against us, against me? Now, let us also say, Ashwin, that is why in our country, instead of people to commend you, particularly from the legal profession, to commend you that, look, for the first time we are seeing a government who now talks about the independence of the judiciary. How would they attain their independence? You allow people who have no job, who are professors online. I never knew there are professors online. This is my first time that a professor are appointed online, without university. And when they talk, Nigerians listen and say that, oh, there's also a professor that spoke. Who is this professor? Which university? How was he appointed? How was he made a professor? So it's unfortunate. So I want to say clearly, the idea is not mine. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not the president of Nigeria. It's the Federal Executive Council, presided over by Mr. President, deputed by Mr. Vice President, and approved.
All right.
And I have to implement what Mr. President policies are.
So, guys, imagine what Ison Wike is saying with his mouth, guys. Imagine what he's saying. So, your aim of demolition of displacing people was to build house for judges. He said something. He said, that citizens are supposed to commend the government, Tinubu's government, for trying to fight for the independence of the judiciary by building houses for them so that they will not be influenced. That is what Wike said. That they are trying to fight corruption, or how will I put it? There's this saying, Nigerians always say that in judiciary they are not they don't deliver judgments well. So Wike is saying that they are doing all these things so that they will fight for the independence of the judiciary. Now, this thing Wike is saying, he's the same person that have cases. I don't believe all these things he's saying, because for me, I believe this is actually a means. This is actually the way they want to use and come in 2027. This is the way the president and him want to use and come in 2027. Wike is the same person that have cases with all these courts. He said that both the appeal court, the federal high court, and supreme court are going to build a home for them. When they retire, they'll say they have a home and they will not be influenced. They'll say, you cannot influence me. Imagine what these people are doing. But there are some, less privileged schools that you need to, renovate. Many things you have to do in society. This one is not the important thing. This is to show you that these people don't care about the citizens. Imagine what is included in the 2024 budgets. Building houses for judges and then sending them cars. We're even hearing that in 3 weeks' time that Tinubu is going to spend 5 point something billion naira for cars. For cars. You can see the unnecessary budgeting these people are doing. And they still come and say they are aware of the hardship. You still come and say he cannot solve Nigeria's problem instantly when you lavish money on things that doesn't make sense. You know that money that will go into the building of this judge's house is not small money. We're talking about trillion. Even the cars, Wike is gifting all of them cars. The Supreme Court justice and justices, Wike is gifting them car. Imagine. Look at the most important sector. Look at hungry children, both everywhere in this Nigeria that you need to, invest this money to. There's some important place you have to invest this money to. So Nigeria have that kind of money to be wasting. It is so unfortunate and insensitive that our leaders are doing this kind of thing, wasting money. So, guys, I just want to look at this video in where Femi Falana said that Wike don't have the right to order of demolition. Imagine when a father will be at work, the children will be in school, and then you will send caterpillar to come and bring down their house, displacing them. They came out said you gave notice for what? Someone's house. You're meant to go to court. It is only the courts that will approve that you should go ahead with the demolition. You cannot just order because he's the FCT minister. Wike is not God. He's just an FCT minister. Wike is not God. Wike always feels that he's God. Imagine sending caterpillars to go and demolish people's houses, displacing people. He was meant to go to court. It is the court that will say, that will give instructions to go and demolish the house. I just want to take a look at what Femi Falana said about this Wike, about this, the way Wike is building houses for judges and then gifting them car. Guys, take a look at this video.
There are demolition, and the minister of the SCT has said he will continue to demolish those shanties. There are those who are alleging that maybe he's demolishing them to gift it out to his friends. And he has said that how can the government look on when illegality goes on? That these places are not meant for these shanties. And I know that in Lagos, Mr. Falana, you and some civil rights activists have fought for the right of shanty dwellers to say they have rights under the law. But in this sense, is it a matter of illegality versus illegality, or a matter of how do you describe what is going on?
If we if the guys in government, public officers are prepared to comply with the provisions of the Constitution and other relevant laws, we won't have this embarrassing situation where a man goes to work, the children are in school, bulldozers are sent to their house, and the building is brought down. No, it's primitive.
They said they gave them,
And it's
they gave them
alien.
notices.
It's alien to the Urban and Regional Planning Act applicable in the FCT. The minister cannot, under the law, order the demolition of a house. No. If a house has breached the law, that is the physical, the Urban and Regional Planning law, a case will be taken to the Urban and Regional Board. If the owner of the property loses in that board, there is a tribunal, Urban and Regional Tribunal.
Does it apply to the FCT?
Of course, I'm talking of the FCT. If you lose there, you have the right to go to the High Court as an appellate chamber. That is the law today. It is that tribunal or the High Court that will now give an order, go and demolish the house. This is the law. Now, look at the contradictions. It's like the governor of Kaduna State, or Zamfara State, or Cross Rivers, or Lagos, coming to give judges, federal judges, houses in Abuja. No. The minister of the Federal Capital Territory operates like a state governor by virtue of Section 299 of the Constitution. So he cannot say, I'm going to build 40 houses. 10 shall go to the Federal Court, 10 shall go to judges in the FCTI Court, and 10 shall go to the Court of Appeal and Supreme. No. No. Because you are a minister of the federal government, like a state governor. So your budget is limited to all the affairs of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. So you cannot, as the head of the FCT, be dishing out gifts, cars, and houses to judges in the Federal High Court, in the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. That's number one. Number two, you have cases before these courts on the theory of equality before the law. You cannot be seen to be giving cars or houses to judges who are going to determine your cases. And that is why the autonomy of the judiciary has now been constitutionalized. I do recall that last year, in 2024, what was initially budgeted for the judiciary was 160 billion. But when the National Assembly was convinced that you will need houses for judges, you will need cars for judges, and so on and so forth, the budget was increased to 345 billion naira.
Almost double.
So we have no business, our judges have no business, cap in hand, going to the executive to buy cars and houses for them. So we must now try to operate under the law.
So, guys, Femi Falana, striked at Wike, saying why will he demolish people's house and why will he build houses for judges? That he doesn't have right to do such. That he's FCT minister, he's also acting as the state governor. He said just like the governor of Kaduna State, Akwa Ibom, a state governor coming to give judges houses. It doesn't make sense. There are some things you have to put money to. There are some important sectors you have to push in those money to, and not coming to build house for judges. So he also said looking at in this same person, this same Newsom Wike is the same person that have cases with these courts, that in the theory of equality before the law, that you shouldn't be seen building houses for judges or giving them cars. That this your case, they'll still look into your case. So in the theory of equality, you shouldn't be seen doing all this for these judges. And then one thing is he's not even remorseful. He will still come. One thing with Wike is that he's not remorseful for displacing citizens because he's in power. He wants to use your power and oppress the poor. This illegitimate Tinubu government that don't care about the citizens. He will still come out and say that it was approved. Imagine billions of naira pushed in, 130 billion pushed in for just to build house for judges, guys. He still came out to say that nobody can stop him, no matter how they drag him. And then Very Dark Man has reacted to that because he's not even feeling remorseful for displacing over 10,000 people in their own house. It is so embarrassing that a man, like just like Femi Falana said, that a man will go to work, his children will go to school, and then you send bulldozers to come and bring down someone's house without following due process. Because if you actually wanted to use that site for anything, you have to go to court, and it's the high court that will order that you should demolish the house. Wike will come and say that Fubara didn't follow court's judgment. He did not follow this, not do that. But look at what is he doing today? Is he following the rule of law? Is he doing the needful? Because you have political powers, you want to go and use your power and oppress the poor and intimidate the poor. So Very Dark One has come out, to also blast Wike. Just guys, take a look at this video.
All right, so Nelson Wike has finally gone to visit the place that his people went to demolish, and this is what he has to say.
Security meeting. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, accompanied by heads of various security agencies in the FCT and senior officials of the FCTA, stormed the recently demolished Ruga community as they drove through the bumpy, dusty pathway for almost 1 kilometer. The minister and his entourage were quickly surrounded by the dwellers as they appealed for resettlement. Security.
No amount of blackmail, no amount of intimidation, no amount of abuses. We must go about to do our job. It doesn't matter those they go and hire, they call them civil society or non-civil society. We're not interested in that. Our interest is to protect life and property, to safeguard Abuja so that we're one of the best cities in the world. And everybody seeing that we are working in synergy with all these various security agencies.
Wike also sets up a 7-man committee comprising security agencies and directors of land and development.
Dear Nelson Wike, first of all, I'm really happy that you decided to go there, to go and visit the place and talk to the people. That is a very good step. Secondly, you said no amount of talk, no amount of blackmail, that some people that they paid to, nobody was paid. Especially me, myself, right? I'm not paid. Nobody paid me. I just saw what was wrong and I decided to speak up against it. Secondly, you say you're there to protect Abuja, the insecurity of Abuja. But this is not protecting the interest of Abuja. This is even causing more problems. What you are doing now will cause 10 times more insecurity and 10 times more problem in Abuja. Imagine displacing over 10,000 people, no shelter and nothing. These people will become so desperate for getting shelter. Now they'll start going into the road and start robbing, start kidnapping, and all sorts of things will start happening. 10,000 people, not be small amount of people, but that. Do you understand? What we are saying is simple. You want to develop, no problem. It's a shanty place, no problem. You want to develop, absolutely no problem. We are all for development. Do you understand? But you need to have a plan for these people you are pulling out, for these people you are scattering their place. Allocate somewhere for them, relocate them and give them a place to stay. Even if now after Gwagwalada, take them there and say, you people cannot stay here. Do you understand? If I were you, Seth, you go even build low-cost building, low-cost housing, do like a cheap housing for them. Let them be paying you. They should go and hustle and start paying you and be living there. Therefore, the government can even make money from that. But just scatter, anywhere you want to go. No. No. You have taken the first step. The second step is to look for a place for them. That will be the most honorable thing you will do. You want to leave women and children. You put children. See, children. Children for their pass over 3,000 children. You want to just leave them like that? Then all these children will start begging on the road. And you again say you don't want beggars to Abuja. So what would these children be doing? They'll turn beggars because they don't feel they go school again now. Before you know it now, they'll take advantage of the children. Before you know it now, organ trafficking don't start. Or they buy them, they carry their organ. Before you know it, they traffic the children. Come on. Listen to what they want to say. Listen to what this guy is saying. That's all.
Build for resettlement.
We are here for almost good 37 years. Yes. Since when these places are bushes. No any, yes sir. Okay. Yes sir. Okay. So people live here. We are not dragging anything with the government say we get land or we have anything, but we are pleading. Please and please, Honorable Minister. We are seeking from the Honorable Minister office to help us and assist us to give us a shelter where we can reside with our people.
Wike says no amount of blackmail will deter him from pulling down shanty.
So Wike, you heard what he said. That is not dragging with you. You understand? They don't want to drag with you. You are the minister. You have way more power. They are appealing to you that you should relocate them somewhere else. Please, just do that. You have the whole power. Please, we are all appealing to you. We want you to develop Abuja. We are glad. But you cannot develop Abuja with putting out more insecurities. You said it in that video that you do everything in your power to secure Abuja, to make Abuja. But this is not the right way. This is not, this one you are even putting, you are endangering us, the Abuja residents. Please, think about this. God bless you. And don't play. Else, you go and learn. And you will learn the hard way. Not be wicked, they talk to if you want to come for me. Let's see, they don't come arrest me now. I'm not talking to you, Wike. Wike play.
So, guys, hey, imagine what's happening. Imagine Wike displacing over 10,000 people and then going to build houses for judges. Is there any sense in that? Is there any sense in that? Hey, hey, Wike displaced 10,000 people, even children, and then he's going to build house for judges. And then you displaced them, you demolished their houses, and then you did not even relocate any place for them. Just like Very Dark Man said, and those people that he displaced, they are appealing to him. They said they're not dragging anything with him. That all they just want is for him to like relocate them, give them another place to stay. It is so insensitive and inhuman that Wike will take the house of people, will bring down the house of people, and then tell them that they can go anywhere they want to go. So those children, what do you expect them to do? You are the same person that said you don't want beggars in Abuja. So those children that you displaced, what do you want them to do? You said that no amount of blackmailing, no amount of this can stop you, that you guys will do your work to protect Abuja. Are you really protecting Abuja by demolishing people's house and displacing them? What do you think will happen after that without you relocating them? Is it not worsening the situation? Is it not causing insecurity times 100? Are you not worsening the case of insecurity? Because these people will, these people will want to get shelter by all means and involve in different kind of, crime just to get a shelter for themselves. Even these children will go out to go and they'll start begging. You are the same person that said you don't need beggars. How can Wike displace people and go to shelter judges? What do you think of that? This is to show you that these people self don't have, they don't mean well for the citizens. They don't. These people, like I say, with all these people flushed, Nigeria can never get better if these people are not flushed out, if it doesn't evacuate. All these things, he will come out and say, that these judges, you need to, like, they need house, they need a home. Where are they staying? The rented house. And when the landlord of the house tell them to go, it's embarrassing. Wow, it's embarrassing. But it is not embarrassing for you to go and demolish people's house. Them, they will not feel embarrassed. They will feel happy. Is that what you're trying to say? So you can imagine what Wike is doing. These things he's doing doesn't make sense. And the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he's not saying anything about it, meaning that him and Wike is working hand in hand. So guys, that'll be all for now. Don't forget the trending head. So guys, that'll be all for now. Just subscribe to this channel if this is the first time of coming across this channel, and then hit the subscribe button just like I said. Don't forget to like and share this video. So guys, you can also put down your thoughts under the comment section. Let me know what you're saying on this headline. Let me know what you're saying on this headline. So thank you for joining in, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.